Podcasts, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the podcast.
There are 4 lights!
Its 5-year mission to explore strange, familiar worlds, to seek out new listeners and new civilizations, to boldly go where most nerds have gone before. Join Matt and Shirley on their 5-year mission with a different guest each week as they talk about an episode of Star Trek, from the original series through Enterprise. They'll cover every episode, eventually.
Hi, I'm here again. My name is Matt. You are listening to There Are 4 Lights, and I'm here with Jeffrey Combs. Big fan of his and all of his contribution to Star Trek. Jeffrey, There Are 4 Lights is our Star Trek podcast where we watch every episode that has ever come out, eventually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so... but we're still in season 1 of the original series. We're just gonna...
What?
Yeah, we just started back in September. But Jeffrey, you're here at Starbase Indy with us, and we
You got
really...
a long way to go, dude.
Yeah, like 700 episodes or something.
Yeah, well, get some sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you coming on. So, I don't know, just what was it about Star Trek that really interested you? You auditioned for Riker as your first.
Yeah, that always comes up. It's so interesting. Like a little piece of trivia. A lot of actors audition for the new Star Trek series, Next Generation, a lot.
Yeah.
And I do remember my agent calling me and saying, okay, you're going in for this role. And so this was pre, email. Even.
Yeah.
So you had to actually get in your car and physically go down and pick this material up and drive back and then read it and then give your agents a call. And I deeply felt that I was completely wrong for this role.
Oh, okay.
And I told my agents, I said, read the breakdown, which is sort of the description. I'm not any of that. And, because they wanted someone commanding and striking and tall and agents say what they always say. Well, go in there and you'll meet somebody, and if you're not right for that, maybe you're right for something else. It's an opportunity. Blah 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 blah. Well, I got to the Paramount lot and I wore cowboy boots. I remember, just to give myself a little bit more of a pathetic attempt at height, and it was basically a lot of actors there, and it was not a particularly enriching audition experience. As I recall, the director was very rapid fire and surfacey, and just I don't think I was in there 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's not really an accurate description to say that I auditioned for Riker. I was half-hearted about it anyway. I sort of pride myself on being objective about just how realistic it is that I'm right for something, and I certainly didn't feel that this was anything that would go my way. But you go through the motions, and you, like thousands of auditions that I went on, you walk out and find a closest circular file for the material and throw it in and go, well, that's that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. So some of the characteristics in Riker you later did exhibit in Shran. Did you use some of that commanding the...
Nothing at all. No, not even.
Did you enjoy playing Shran?
Of course, but there was no reference to Riker at all with Shran. My actual leaping off point was actually James Cagney.
Okay.
Because I sort of thought what they were doing with the Vulcans in the next series in Enterprise was that the Vulcans were hiding behind logic to actually pursue the same sort of nefarious goals as any other species.
Yeah.
They were just pompously and piously hiding behind a facade of cold logic. And a lot of that the Andorians were the victims of a lot of their march for more territory. They took it away from us, and so I sort of thought of England and Ireland.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
so that really gave me something to play. That sort of chip on the shoulder. You guys act like you're really superior, but you're just as worthless as anybody else. I don't trust you. Well, look what you've done to us.
Yeah.
Give us our land back.
I like that. I like that view of it. That really kind of solidifies kind of the whole struggle through
so
the
Shran
series.
was sort of a stand and deliver little guy. I may be little, but try to get around me.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'd love to talk about one of your other roles that you keep coming back to, and that's Herbert West.
Yeah.
So you've done 3 movies now as Herbert West. And am I understand there's a 4th one coming?
No, that's not true.
That one hasn't. Okay.
That's sort of a lingering rumor, and believe me, if that were the case, I'd know about it. My thinking is that if there is one, it won't involve me at all. They'll reboot it and get young actors to try to get surpass what we did. But good luck. I mean, it's a wonderful little package of a movie. It's really held up over the test of time.
Yeah. And so you enjoyed Herbert West, but what drew you to Lovecraft as a whole?
A job.
A job?
When I auditioned for Lovecraft, for Reanimator, I had no idea who Lovecraft was.
Okay.
Kind of bullshitted my way through that one. It's based on Lovecraft. Yes, great. Oh, yeah.
One, and since then you've done the 2 other Herbert West movies, but you've also done 2 or 3 other Lovecraftian influenced movies as well.
Right. It's the product of pigeonholing. He did that. He'll do more of that. It's kind of the way the business doesn't allow you to be variety. They want you to do that thing again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not really interested in that.
So if you had a role that you would want to take on from literacy, anything rebooted, anything at all, what would you want to do?
That's a good question. Something with some depth, and maybe I've always wanted to play like a homicide detective, or I'm surprised at this point I've never played a lawyer.
Okay.
Never played a lawyer. Certainly played doctors or medical student at least, but there's. I am a particular fan of film noir.
Okay.
Which is like the farthest thing from what they're producing these days.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean that it's irrelevant or less valid. In fact, I think it's more valid. A lot of the stuff that's coming out now is just infantile nonsense. A lot of flash, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. It seems childish.
Fair enough. I can see that point of view. So you would want to go back to something deeper in the
some
40s.
Gravitas and some tone and depth and intelligence about it.
Excellent. All right. Well, the only other thing that I'd like to touch on is you've done a ton of voice acting work.
I've been very lucky there. It kind of found me. I didn't find it. My whole career is finding me, not finding it. They first asked me to I don't know if you know how the business works, but you usually have to have a voiceover agent that specifically does, and I never had one, but I started getting calls about would I do this, or like Justice League, or I go, sure, okay. And at some point I went, maybe I ought to actually have an agent for this kind of stuff. And that's worked out pretty well. Like in fairly quick order, I landed the Ratchet on Transformers Prime. Thumbs up there over there on the technician's part. Good. That was a wonderful thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a great room, let me tell you. Amazing talent there. I'm sad that they canceled it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to play the leader in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero.
I did. And then just to show you how the business works, so I played the leader, and then maybe they canceled that show. And then maybe 2-3 years later, they did some other iteration of it. And my agent called me and said, hey, we've got a role for you to come in and audition for. Okay, it's for the new Avengers. Okay, what's the role? The leader. Like, well, okay, can I educate you? Look at my resume. I've already done the leaders. So if they liked what I did, wouldn't they just ask me to do it again? Yeah. Why do I have to go do a song and dance? So how about I don't come in and do that?
Fair enough.
It's weird.
Yeah, that is a strange. I mean, if they like you as the leader, they like you as a leader.
Same thing happened with Secret Garden.
Oh yeah.
I did that the online game, and then some years later they made a video game, and want you to go in and read for character in Secret Garden. I'm going, I did 3 characters in Secret Garden already. What are you people doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jeffrey, it's been great having you here.
Hey,
I wanted to say thank you.
It's great.
Thank you for your contribution to sci-fi and fantasy and just geeky things in general. Believe me,
it's an honor, and it's a gift that keeps on giving to me too. It's a dream come true.
All right. Well, I think that'll do us for There Are Four Lights today, and you can always check us out on our website and our Facebook, and we'll talk to you guys real soon.
Live long and prosper.
And that'll do us tonight for
There Are Four Lights.
Remember, you can email us at therearefourlightspodcast@gmail.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/nerdsdomain, on Twitter at nerdsdomain, or over at our site, nerdsdom.com. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter while you're there. You can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. A big thanks to 5 Year Mission for their music. You can find them at 5yearmission.net. Don't forget you can support us at patreon.com/nerdsdomain. And check out our shirts at /loot.